the overcoming a victim mindset, I kind of want to just go ahead and dive into it because of the wildfires that recently went on in LA that you were right in the midst of. And I'm so glad that everything with you personally is doing okay. When a tragedy like that happens in somebody's life and they're struck with basically something they had completely no control over and something that they couldn't have done anything about, it's very easy for a situation like that in particular to be like, I'm a victim, I feel sorry for myself, etc. What in like almost like immediately after this happens, in the couple weeks after this happens, what are some conversations that you have with yourself and some things that you do to ensure that you're not taking on that mindset and that mentality?
I think we could all learn to harness more of a Nick Carrier mindset. There are just like in the sports world, if you have a bad day at the gym, you don't give up. If you hit a plateau or even a setback, let's say you break your arm, on a horrible, unexpected thing, you do a bench press, you break your arm, you heal, but you think about, what you can do to get back in the game, and I just think that applying these kinds of more empowering mindsets to everything in life is very, very important. You can have a trauma without being traumatized. You can be a victim without having a victim mindset. I know people, their entire house burnt down, like, and it sucks, but, they're like, well, thank God it wasn't a person, who burnt down. You can try to still have gratefulness. And also there is sometimes a great silver lining in starting over. Sometimes we get stuck in our patterns and we need something to kind of get out of our patterns. Not that, we need our house being burnt down, of course, but
Mhm.
but having post-traumatic growth is very possible. And I don't think a lot of people got that memo,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, I love how I feel like in maybe the very first podcast we did together, we talked a lot about post traumatic growth. Has there ever been a time in your life where you kind of realized that, man, I've been holding a victim mindset for a while now, and then what did you do to? What are some things that you've done to like get out of that?
Every time I've been very mindful because I can fall prey into that just like anyone else. And I can find myself blaming others for, why is that person more successful? Why Huberman and not me? Like stuff like that. 99% of podcasters are asking the same question. And, I'm laughing because I'm friends with him, but it's like, you can get into a victim mindset or and what I do personally, every time I find myself slipping in, because, I say this just because I'm human, right? And I want to make that very clear, you know, when I find myself slipping into that, I lean into what's unique about me. I lean into my own, like, who is Scott Barry Kaufman? Well, I'm very quirky. I'm very, I'm honest. I'm authentic. I'm interested in the truth. I'm interested in helping people. I'm also funny, you know. I mean, people have said I'm funny. I don't know if you can be funny if you just say you're funny, but just be, I think I'm very human, and lean into who you are more and more, and don't worry about comparing yourself to others and or blaming others for all your problems because that's not going to be empowering for you. That doesn't get you out of, that doesn't get you to where you want to go. Blaming others for
Let's
all your problems doesn't get you where you want to go.